Red Bull gives you wings.
"56 teams began Game Changers, but only 32 can progress to the bracket for a chance to qualify for our $50,000 main event." Welcome, everyone, to Game Changers Series 2, Day 2. I'm your host, Lemon Kiwi. Let me catch you all up on what you've missed yesterday. We had a ton of matches go down. I'm going to show you the bracket to see how everybody's doing. 12 teams went undefeated to advance to the bracket as first seeds. That determines who they face. Today, we graduate another 12 to join them as second seeds, but it'll be their last chance and last life in Game Changers if it doesn't work out. Already pre-qualified though from popping off in Series 1 are Version 1, Shopify, XSET, FlyQuest, Evil Geniuses, Complexity, FaZe Clan, and Misfits. So for this round, if you win, you're in. And after our first match, we'll cover the first round of this bracket, and we're gonna break it all down further when we get to that point. But joining me for the analysis party is Rivington and Gompers. Let me bring them in. I feel so alone here. Hello. Gompers.
Oh, I moved in this way.
You need to write some, Gompers, you need to write some math back there. How you been?
I know. I really do, because I'm thinking all the time. I don't know. But I've been good. I've been pretty excited to come back. And obviously, like, it's been such a long hiatus of Game Changers that I'm not going to lie, I felt like I was growing hives on my skin. So.
No, we just need more Game Changers in our system. Riv, hope you've been doing well. Are we going to get any cat appearances today? Yes! Cats! Part lion, it feels like.
He looks very annoyed to be on the broadcast.
Resting cat face.
So I'm doing well. The animals are doing great. Desmo's going to be a feature on cast today. He'll be calling some of the spike calls. And other than that, no, things are great. I'm really glad to be back casting. It's been a little bit. All right. But yeah, it's been a little bit. It's good to be back LCQs this weekend. So there's so much good Valorant coming up right now. And we already have, like you said, a bunch of teams qualified. But there's still some to go. And today's the pressure day. So I'm excited to see that. I do have one question, though, for you as the host coming back at you. Do you consume lemon and kiwis or kiwis and lemons? Or is this just a thing?
Yeah, I'm that health nut that puts lemons and kiwis in smoothies. No, I'm pretty lame. Strawberry kiwi was taken, so that's how this ended up.
Got it.
But you know how like pets look like their owners. I feel like you and this cat have this.
Yes, it's the hair.
It works a bit.
We got a cat appearance, but I know two teams also making an appearance today. And for one of them, it could be their last. So let's kick things off with Group K. We have Sway versus Yacht Club Pink. Gompers, starting with you. What's the story? What do we gotta know about Sway?
I mean, well, for Sway, like, okay, you guys may not know the origin story of Sway. I mean, this is a team that not a lot of people know about. So when you're looking at this team, you're like, who are they? Well, you know, I got the answer for you. Listen, after GC3, they actually played under the name Gaslight, Gatekeep, Girl Boss. Are you remembering now? Are you? Because I would right now at this point. So obviously there was kind of like a low motivation to play for this team, and they did disband. You know, under that name, they were still under Sway though. So Nashi, who's actually going to be in this team, used to be a sub for I already Gaslight, Gatekeep, Girl Boss, and you know they ended up making a team with Nasi and Aces, who you're gonna see is Spade coming up here, but more so kind of looking at that origin story and being like, okay, well, you know they kind of have that synergy down, but then majority of the team also haven't had that competitive experience moving forward. So it's two players with that GC3 experience, but then majority of them coming into this with a brand new expectation.
And Sway is a big brand. Like, I've heard of them in other esports too, so they obviously recognize the talent on this roster, Rivington. Who is the player to watch out for on Sway?
On Sway, we have to go for Vessel. Vessel's one of them. Enders as well is another one you're going to have to be looking out for. There are two that the team looks towards because of their ideas, how they look at the game, and how much they can push the team forward into new ideas or situations, especially within a game or just in general outside the game. Those are two players the whole team looks up to.
And you gotta, when the performance they put on yesterday, they're in this situation, in this position for a reason. Yeah. And Gompers, there's a lot of players that don't have a lot of experience, right? And now that we're in this lower bracket, it's do or die. Do Sway have high expectations for themselves?
I think Sway, if anything, they're the one team that knows their position. They've only scrimmed 2 maps. Like, they are coming into this thinking, also, OP, I'm sorry, that logo is killing me right now.
Looks like you.
Thank you very much. Oh, what am I supposed to say right now? But they all scrimmed Bind and Pearl. So, for this team, and I guess we'll talk about it later because I'm not going to spoil anything, but, they kind of pugged every other map. So they are currently, having an understanding that this is their first time really playing as that full roster yesterday was. So they're not expecting too much. They're coming into this calm and feeling like, you know what, we're feeling a bit like we know where our stance is, but we're also very happy that we managed to take a win out of yesterday.
It's funny because both teams are like, oh, no, we're kind of the underdogs here. We're taking it relaxed. But you look at Yacht as well, and you have Astrid, Jules. They're from a previous team that know what Game Changer Series 2 closed qualifiers are, as well as Angel from Ariana Grande Perfume. So there's a lot of veterans there that can make or break this. And I would almost say that Sway are coming in as the underdogs here, but both teams feel like the underdogs. So that may tell us a story about the game we're about to see.
Yeah, Yacht Club Pink looking really good. Yeah. I remember Ariana Grande Perfume. It was a name that stood out, the roster that stood out in the last game. I know. The Game Changers last time. But Riv, what are the expectations that Yacht Club have for themselves? I mean, if you name yourself Yacht Club, you're feeling prestigious, right?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Like Gomper said, the team feels relaxed. They're not expecting too much because of the time that they've had together. But I still think that even with that, complies with the few rival members that they do have. It's the core of the team that they're kind of built around, a previous team rival, that they'll still be able to get those results. All the kind of members took a hiatus before coming back to competition, and a few are new to it. But like we said, there's still the core 3 there of teams that are players that have made it to Game Changers, close qualifiers. They know the competition. They know the scenario. I don't think they're sweating bullets just yet.
Well, we got some stats to break down because Gompers didn't have the math ready on our whiteboard, but Riv, I know you got the brain for this.
Stats.
I can tell that these are reliable players.
I found this really interesting, and we're looking at a controller versus a duelist, which is pretty interesting unless things pop off. And you kind of look at Vessel and you're like, wow, 56%+ in 5 out of 9. And we kind of take a look at Marina's, and it tells a story, but it also tells the strategy of what Yacht Club have going for them here. Marina being left up last for 22 clutches, but only finalizing and securing 6 of those. And a lot of those were actually quite extravagant in 1v2s or multiple 1v1s in a single match, but not coming together enough. And if that's the kind of strategy they want to go for, they're going to have to find out how to bolster Marina a bit more, because it almost looks like they're giving too much work to that player.
28 times that she's been alone, that is way too much. That is 28 too many times. I cannot handle that pressure. Mine would be 0%.
Yeah, but still, great ACS, great KD, player to watch out for. And as we said before, Vessel, you're always going to want to watch a Jet duelist dashing in. It's going to be exciting on this one. But yeah, something to watch for in the beginning, or if we get Vessel in the clutches and then Marina at the end of the rounds, we can always be looking out for that.
Course, look out for those players. This is a best of 3, by the way, so let's go through the maps, the picks, and the bans, because Gompers, I wanted to wait. Pearl, Split, Bind. Sway's pick, they feel strongly about this from what they told you.
They really do. When you're going into kind of like binds and everything that they practice, again, like I mentioned before, they've only scrimmed bind and Pearl. So they have a lot up their sleeve, guys. And this is the best case scenario for this team. Despite being new, despite everything that has happened, they are coming into this with some things up their sleeve. Let's not forget, I believe it was the fact that they had Reyna, actually, not Reyna, my apologies. It was, I believe, Breach on Pearl being something unusual for them, which, you know, they took some time to kind of craft what they wanted here on Pearl. And I mean, overall, it's not very usual to have kind of like that double initiator come into play. They're having most likely this kind of Breach come into this. And that's something they felt the most comfortable with, to allow their duelists to allow that initial contact to be made.
So if Sway are feeling very strongly about Pearl, Rivington, we go to bind, where Yacht have talked about their comfortability on that, if we go to that map decider.
Yeah, I think bind could really flip the switch there because of the aggression that Yacht Club plays with. They're very happy to go to double duelists, and I think as well on split to do that too. So a lot of aggression there. As Gompers mentioned for Pearl, the double initiator that Sway likes to bring, they're going to have to capitalize on that, because I feel like Split and Bind are going to blindside Sway.
Ooh, I like that. And also, Nashi in the chat wrote that, Rivington, you inspired them to cast. How does it feel to be an inspiration?
Let's go. It feels, I love that a lot of more people are casting. It's accessible. There's games out there. You take this game, if we cast it, mute it, and then cast it yourself, right? And upload it, and then ask for pointers. I'll always give pointers. I'm so glad. Like, good tangent. But yeah, we got games to cast today. So let's inspire some more people and hope these players inspire a lot too.
And this is what Game Changers is all about. It's a platform not only for players, but for casters, but especially a spotlight on the talent that we have in the scene, women and marginalized genders. This is only a stepping stone in their career to co-ed, to whatever awaits them. Maybe even seriously competing isn't what's in the cards for them, but we'll be going to Pearl first. That is where we're setting the tone between Sway and Yacht. Big brands, a lot of talent. Excited to see what the agent select is going to be like, Gompers, because yesterday we had some wild picks.
We did. It was a bit questionable with the Phoenix coming in. I believe it was like the Phoenix and there was a Viper. There was a lot going on. I'm not gonna lie to you, but I kind of liked
out
it.
There.
Yeah, like what was going on? The chamber was questionable because of everything going on with the changes. But okay, we're getting some questionable stuff here too.
Ooh.
I like the
well,
aura,
have
though.
fun, y'all. Have fun, y'all, with game number 1 on Pearl. I'll let you break down this mess.
Thank you. Yeah, Gompers, we get another Yoru. I think we saw this from Disguise Toast on Pearl as well. So we get another little Yoru gameplay to check out here through Game Changers. But everything else looking pretty default, except for that double initiator from Sway.
Yeah, I mean, the Yoru, again, kind of, I think Dryad said this before. The Yoru's kind of a typical pick coming in lately within the meta just on Pearl alone because of, what we've seen in Ascension and whatnot. And more so, maybe even Challengers. So, with the Yoru pick coming out, I think this is great. I like the fact that they're testing new things out. The question is this the time? You see Sway coming into this, playing the Pearl, being a bit more comfortable with that double initiator, and looking at a Breach and a Sky together, I'm not going to lie, kind of gives me whiplash, and it is a very scary thing to see.
And they're going to be on defense first. So I feel like it's on Yacht Club to source that information. I don't think there's any one rush into a site. There's just too much stopping power. You're either going to run into Sky, Enders and Madeline, or Nashi and Madeline. And that is just so much utility that you're stalled, you're routed, or at least they come up behind you for the big flank. I can't think of words. And your strat falls apart. So I feel like Yacht Club has to move quick in their decisions and also get that information fast. So Jules' flashes are going to be big, and Astro is kind of toying with them is going to be really important.
Yeah, the Astros, something that I do take a liking to, but yesterday, I'm not going to lie, I wish we kind of saw the Harbor come into play with the Viper again. I think that was immaculate. There was, you know, I call it a never-ending wall because you would have the Harbor wall come up and then, you know, obviously a Viper's wall come up as well right after that, and it was kind of like it was always a blockade for those retakes. So for me, that really felt like it felt suitable, but I really like this for the attack. I feel like it gives you a lot of post-plant potential. And yeah, I mean, I kind of agree with you. That Astra is going to be pretty interesting, especially in cohesion with that double initiator here.
So now I have a question. Is Yoru's name Astro?
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Because that's what I said.
I think so. Oh, well,
But no,
you know what?
I get it.
You know
But
what?
I'm also on there with you.
Well, I'm illiterate, so now I don't.
I mean, I was like Astra to know. So
Okay. I thought you said Astra, so I was like, yeah, let's go with that.
Everything you said was viable, so it didn't matter.
Yeah.
All right, let's get this in here. Flash coming in. Oh, wait. That was for a quick kill, but taking that turret down gives a lot of pressure now onto the side of Yacht. They're going to have to move quick.
Out of charges.
This is what we expected.
Yeah, quick, they will move. Yeah, already first pick. That's something that's definitely going to give away to some space here. Already on the backup. And it's easy, as easy as it gets. There's nothing really going on that necessarily you could say is concerning. I mean, it was just a very good take-up of space.
A lot of that mid push from Sway was detected by the turret, and Yacht answered immediately and perfectly to continuously push into the site. With the flash and someone taking down the turret at that speed, it's never the sky, which means 2 mid B link. You can instantly rush site. They just played the overall utility destruction and sound of the map very well. Into the second round, pretty textbook there for Yacht. They knew they wanted to rush.
Yeah.
Sway knew they wanted to push mid, but it's like they were on the coattails of Yacht the whole time. It was just a game of chase. So see how they set up the Sky, the Breach, and the Killjoy on defense throughout these rounds.
I think so far, I mean, there's kind of like minimal effort being put onto the B side here, waiting for the duelists to do majority of the work. It is the Spectres as well. Already a dash from Dezian. Looking to go down towards Hall, and a nice clear. It's that second time that we got in that Hall control that it feels like, you know, they're somewhat struggling on.
Oh, the post plant already. Good save over the little pie to the face, over the shoulder. Oh my gosh. They all have a Hall pass here. This is dirty. Oh, you got to remember the Breach, though. A lot of initiator util can break these angles, but bullets hurt more. That's what we see come in. Oh my gosh. A little toying with their food. Yacht pick up round number 2, and Sway not doing too much damage in these rounds. They're going to have a pretty big uphill battle here to start. And with a few buys, too, they put themselves on that lower armor. So they should be able to get through this round okay with that low buy. It shouldn't affect them too much with what they're facing.
Yeah, pretty much what you'd expect out of round like that one, leading into the bonus. So this is where things, you know, really start to get tested if you're Yacht Club. Having the Yoru, I honestly think this could be such a good thing for this bonus round. I think the Yoru is such a sneaky agent that it kind of allows for a bit less of that punishment.
All right, instantly forward. They stack B this time too. Sway says we're gonna put 4 towards that site. Already losing Enders on a quick peek, so a bit of that initiator utility is down, and they're just split apart right now. Yacht creating a spider web of utility here around, and you can see that gate crash Astrid can use to get back as the site's taken from Art.
Already shot down. Nice shot from Madeline.
Never mind.
Yeah, she completely took that into their own hands, so good enough as it is. Listen, you clear that up as well as you can, giving at least those minimal numbers here. Yacht Club having a good time with a bonus now. Vessel coming up from behind. Although there's a lot going on at the same time. I mean, you got 2 players still waiting to try to get that entry in. The pinch not working out now. Madeline has to try to fight for something big.
2v2.
Although this util might actually be able to clutch up just a bit. Marina still have the star left.
This is huge.
Could do something, yeah, through the smoke. It's a good one.
I did not expect that round to go back in favor of Sway with the way they kind of went. They went down the utility. They had to retake the site. But I think taking down Astrid right away denied a lot of what that end round was supposed to be. Astrid pulling back to the gate crash, then being over by the sewer, and being able to, again, get the big flank that Sway did not have to look for. Great retake on the site. Spade, quick spams through. Favorite on the Vandal. That's a defuse, too. So they were able to retake and get all the frags down. And that's one of the best ways that go about it. Get that uphill battle started against this economy of Yacht in the rounds they never took damage in for 1 and 2.
Yeah.
They have first blood every round, though, Gompers. Yacht is just opening up so quickly on these.
I believe so as well. Again, those first engagements definitely being the most important, so trying to find that out again. Vessel is getting very aggressive with a stun already prepped up a bit too late, though. So they are going to have to take a step back. The retake might be a bit more valiant here.
Yeah. So Jet v Jet action. Looks like Zion wins that one to start us off here on round 4. A little rotation over here as the Cosmic Divide goes down. So a lot of time to play in the site, set up defense. We're going to get Marina setting up stars here so Sway can prepare their retake.
Even now preparing for it as well. The big thing is we talk about the Astra. Never mind, yeah, completely eliminated. They lose out on any possible post-plant util. Still fighting for the site, though. Again, big difficulties left here. Angel left alone, and it is a good round out of Sway.
Really, really fast. I said Marina, but fast star placing by Spade, rather, up in top of Heaven there on defense. Once that bombs went down, once the spike sound went off, everybody peeked. Sway peeked out, Andrews came through and got the spike down, and everybody else had an angle to look at. Really great protocol coming out of Sway there to be able to retake the site, and what looked like the Cosmic Divide they really didn't want to work through. They didn't even let it drop, they just hit through it. So aggression there from Sway, great mid-round call, just pressure on it. This is going to be a Blade Storm coming out in a low-buy round here for Yacht. We're all even up. Oh, they're using a lot of ults here for this eco, Gompers.
I like this. The dimensional drift. Oh, they're getting ready as well.
Vessel
about to run out. Yeah, maybe a flash. Vessel, super huge play down inside of holes, but Astrid takes it away again. Again, I like the Yoru, that sneaky type play that really carries you forward.
Oh, okay. Back and forth, good trade. Another one, Marina.
One enemy remaining.
It's going to be a rough one as well.
Hungry everywhere, Gompers. Only losing 2 on that. And that's a heck of an eco round. Alt eco round, if you will. A few like ghost buys and whatnot as they had some low money. But they go for Vessel as soon as they see them again. Vessel's gone down twice in a row now. First, they kind of make it a priority knowing there's a lot of frag power. We saw it in the head-to-head. Vessel can be up there. You do not want them alive in these rounds. 3-2 here. Stinger's back on the side of Sway. And even a bit of an armor buy here as they're just kind of dipping into the economy knowing what they're going to face. This is going to be a good back and forth, I think. Spikes down for this round. A little bit slower than what we've seen from Yacht. I think they're afraid of the of the eco, so they're anti-ecoing.
Oh, Enders. Getting ready to make something big. Overall, with the Stinger, getting that first engagement is huge. Is able to open things up just a bit, so there isn't necessarily that player disadvantage.
Yeah, good quick trade. It's what they've been missing. Honestly, they keep starting down and they can't convert the rest of it. Ender's still pretty hurt here, but gets the team healed up. This could be big from Vessel. Oh, don't shoot that one!
Still trying. With the Blade Storm. Surprised here, though.
Spike down, B.
Isn't allowed to actually peek this, so still has to wait for the retake. This is good, although the most concerning part, you see Ender's health low. Flash, maybe, to use here for Vessel to try to get something in. Is going to be able to dash up above, but it's not possible. Marina could angle. And a very, very good refrag still left to touch.
30 seconds left.
The lone protector keeps the lockdown alive. Still no spike, though. Oh, actually, this isn't too bad.
Concealment.
Pressure the fight. There's one.
Remaining.
Oh, this is totally doable.
10 seconds left.
No, don't go too far.
Thrifty.
Oh, no. Rounds. We're getting a little sketchy now. I'm not sure about the gun switch going in. Got a little too comfortable there in the situation. I think they were figuring they're going to let me start to plant, then fight me.
Yeah.
Pretty good thought. I figured that would have happened too. But yeah, insta-peek there. We're going to get a timeout called here as Sway takes a round away. And that's actually pretty big, Gompers. We saw an eco round come out with a lockdown. I'm sorry, a Yoru ultimate, a dimensional drift, and the Blade Storm. And then the next round from Yacht, we get the lockdown, and it's not one. So they're trading rounds they don't want to be trading here. Sway picks up another one. They call a timeout on the W.
And the util wasted, the rounds won for Sway, it's all kind of just adding up to not only their own points and orbs to really take in and give themselves those ultimates that maybe they can use as well. But yeah, I mean, super big, really, really unfortunate for Yacht because kind of like what you said, that ult could have resulted in many, many round wins in the future. Now we're going to be able to see Nashi kind of bring up their own ult as well. And if this works out the way it's planned, it's Sway taking up, you know, that 4 and 3.
And we get to finally see why they feel like having a double initiator isn't a detriment to them, right? Maybe it's the ultimate, maybe it's what they can formulate with this. Otherwise, it's kind of been a little quiet. The flashes are helping. We're not seeing too many effective fault lines, and maybe it's an an aggressive attack side breach that they want to use in this formation. But here, they clear Art, expecting where they've seen Enders quite a few times. And a very passive play by Sway here. A little back and forth as Nashi tries to play the leaner from site to site. We got one of our second A hits. It's been pretty B heavy here.
You have tons of Astra util from Sway. Like, one single peek into this, you're going to be getting Killjoy and Astra just pummeled onto you. So this is not going to be a good look. Already knocking that flash apart. I don't even know if Design is going to be able to even survive this entire rip apart from the Astra, but Ender's still slowly working up. A flash left to be used. Does not know there is way more left to be done down in CT, but a refrag there from Nashi. Unfortunately, it is not enough.
Trying to play a little bit of a default defense now.
30 seconds
Sway
left.
sending one over Vessel, guards the site, but that allows Marina through, and this is going to be the nail in the coffin.
Beautiful flank around from Marina. Still, though, left with one. Madeline's trying to do as much as they can. This is it, the moment here. But Vessel, again, you got the up. You got to save this. There's so much economy being wasted into this round. Yeah.
A good call. They're going to have to. Sway actually, I think, go for the timeout, and that was maybe what the call was. Let's invest in it. This is how we'll prioritize it. Make sure we get the breach ultimate, which actually doesn't happen until next round due to the death, but the op is saved. You're right. And maybe that's what can continue to get them some rounds here. Pretty close for Marina as well to get ultimate on that side, and Jules is just a few away here as Yacht. They stave off the timeout round from Sway.
I mean, assuming that they're looking, because they know the op is there. You can see they're a bit worried, slowly peeking these angles on the mini-map there, but yeah, for Yacht Club, another round win is another blessing. So kind of walking away from this one feeling even more confident each and every round. It looks exactly like your cat.
It's a cat in a box. I'd dig if my cat's teeth stuck out like that. If we had 2 tubes, I'd be down. Oh, this was so close to being like 2 doubles so quick. They were ready for it. It seems like Yacht has had map control, though. Overall movement, understanding what they need to take out to cause Sway to sweat a little bit. Definitely in favor of Yacht here. And coming into this, I did say that I was kind of mentioning this. Sway feels like a bit of the underdog. They feel themselves they're a bit of the underdog, but so does Yacht. Both teams feel fully warmed up for this, and Vessel is getting there.
And that's hard because you get Design out of the way, too. That one duelist, to really initiate on that. And I'm not putting down Astrid as well, but, you know, playing on the Yoru, there's only so much you can do on that entry.
That is going to be tough. Here's part of it, right? Is there enough distraction to let the gate crash through and get to a safe spot?
Oh,
hello.
No? Okay.
The answer is no.
quickly answered for us.
Yeah.
And allowing just Madeline to cover A by themselves and use utility if necessary. A little bit of like a post-site take molly, too. The mollies are not laid down. Madeline's ready to throw those mollies.
Yeah, but this is good. They're kind of baiting out like a slight rotation towards B. Oh, no, they've read into this way. Understand?
It's too quiet.
Yeah. Maybe just the Yoru isn't enough for them. They know how Yorus are with the lurks here.
Oh, no, you don't.
Yeah, get a good understanding. Nashi actually having a stun prep up. Angel is on the ready for that one.
I've got your trail.
Oh. Those asleep at the wheel moments you get hit with, right? The moment you blink, the moment you look at the mini map. It seems like what Yacht is just attacking on right now. Really no answer when we saw Madeline go down and Nashi caught in rotation. Jules, the upper hand on the Sky v Sky.
Yeah, Spade's trying to find an entry point in, but the smoke's definitely making it harder. I don't even think there's enough time at this point. Even if Spade tries to get it, they got to take out the turret and take the fight the Killjoy's looking for here. Yeah, may as well just be game over. Even a frag? Possibly, yeah, but aggression isn't enough. Vessel saving the op again. And at some point, you got to question, is it worth it?
Oh, so close.
We got a pick.
Oh!
Got it.
So here's a weird thought. We watch these replays, and Vessel, a great job of getting a start. When the site was changed to A, and I think it's going to happen again, or at least when they identify Vessel, Sway is very timid at taking the site. You don't have Vessel coming in and diving in and using that util that you have from 2 initiators. It's an op looking for a shot, giving Yacht so much room to play with. Here, again, towards A, why would you go towards an op towards B? Only at the end may they try to go blood hunting for it, but I think this is going to work really well against Sway now to just keep hitting this site.
Actually still leading up. Design, it's been a while since they've actually been able to even secure that entry, always getting picked off first. Either whether it be with the op or something, but Spade actually finds out there's alert going on down behind. Design again, finding a second and backing off. This is a very good call and very good obedience.
Yeah. No catch there. Oh my god, Design. Ready for the flash. Oh, that was cheeky.
Even with the stun prepped and ready, it's impossible to try to get something through Spade, though. Okay, there's the silence maybe here, but unfortunately doesn't have enough time or effort. The Molly's gonna come out, and it's enough for Angel to take it. Yeah, that is what you call good post plan.
Yeah. Back and forth, just playing tug of war with their opponent as they try to get down to the spike. A quick replay here, instantly revealing as Madeline catches just on the side. Astrid running around and the trades towards Spawn. The rotation is really what's being stopped once Yacht has control. There's a stranglehold on a bit deeper of the site than normal. The rotations can't come in.
Yeah.
But now let's see the flip side of that operator not being up. It's a Marshall now, so we'll see if Sway feels a little bit more enticed to get into that site for a retake, as A is the site again for Yacht.
You are divided.
Actually, with the Cosmic Divine now coming out, this is going to give them some good leeway in space here to clear out. So they pretty much have 100% of that site. Extremities have to worry about that as well.
They hold it.
Yeah.
Do they hold it? Do they go? The Rolling Thunder was prepped.
Oh, but I don't like this flank. It's scary. Not even known. The breach going down, that's going to be big. Having the initiator, nothing to do with it, though. Still left alive as Jules. They could push for something, allow Astrid to really get themselves up there. The flash, a beautiful flake to come, and it's a done deal. Astrid just popped off.
Oh, Chef's Kiss. Yoru flashes work really well when you throw them straight down, because as soon as they reach the peak of that orb, peak of an orb, peak of a circle, that doesn't work. At the top of the circle there on the smoke is when it goes off, so your opponent has basically zero time to dodge that unless they hear the audio cue and can recognize. So, oh my gosh, Astrid just a clinic over there. 7-3 now for Yacht. They've pulled away since that timeout. And now we get the operator back for Vessel too, but it's going to be towards A. Is this when Yacht walks into the line of sight that Vessel's been wanting?
Oh, waiting with Yacht. This gives me so much anxiety. Shooting the dog, though. Okay, that kind of offsets. They understand that they're no longer watching the angle, but again, yeah, you hear it up, you're pretty much running the other way.
Oh, poor Vessel. Just wants to play the game right now. Honestly, logged in for a reason, but Yacht is not going to allow that to happen. And they're going towards the least amount of controlled defense. It's just smokes. They're going to walk right through those 2 back haul already and be in sight for a gun round. Again, is clear, but the 1-for-1 trade.
Having a double smoke there, actually, pretty interesting. Dissipates, though, so there is some vision left there for Madeline to take. Biggest issue, you're looking at this lockdown from Angel. Is it going to work again?
Perfect.
The last time it happened, it wasn't the best. Though it seems like they're kind of gone out of the way.
Oh. Retake util. Oh, there's that Rolling Thunder.
Not even expecting Jules to be around the corner. Still a flash left available. They don't even need it at this point. Design alongside Jules. Gonna make a very, very nice play out.
It's a great
Last
play.
round in the half.
But everybody on the retake, sorry, the Rolling Thunder's a great play. 4 hauls to take it, but everyone coming out had the same thought. Also, yeah, that double smoke little crevice peek was pretty cool. Everybody had the same thought. Get the people in halls. So anybody long wasn't covered, and it just a few things forgotten, and everything falls apart. 5 straight rounds now for Yacht here. Final round of the first half coming up, Gompers, and they have caught the momentum train.
I mean, 8-3, I would as well. Last round, making it count for a 9, possibly.
Yeah.
Design with a Blade Storm too. They could just full run this. Jump wherever they please. Go willy-nilly. Yeah, Blade Storm pulled out. Design going up towards heaven. They don't even know. Nashi's still there. 2 players up above, and Design still takes the 1. And another as well. That 2K looking big. It is a beautiful play coming through. And another one to finish things off. A 9-3. Impossible. I don't even know how that worked out the way it did.
Oh, no. You know, they in sports, right before halftime, they always say it's really good to, like, score a big basket or hit a point and raise morale and take the opponents down. I think they just did that. That was just designed, just chose the perfect round to go off.
They literally broke their ankles. Like, I don't... It felt that way. 1 second Design is in front of you, and the next, you can't even see them, and you're getting 1 tapped in the head.
Wowzer.
Yeah.
All right.
Cutting through.
Switch it up. Keep it going. Let's see what Sway has on attack now. Is the curse in play? It could be. You never know. The double initiator comp could hit a lot harder than it defends. It's one thing they may have worked on a bit. Some teams do manage to work for a different side of the map sometimes, almost playing for a late game type of scenario. Knowing that your stronger part comes on the aggression.
Yeah.
But defense for Yacht, they're going to be pushing.
Very slowly, but the patience is going to pay off, because looking here, playing as a group, already notify that somebody's trying to get the flank in, but Yacht, yeah, they know better than to continue that push forward.
Are they going to... Oh, that was heard. You can see Marina kind of peeking towards the double doors now, and now it's going to be the rotation over. How long now can Angel hold? Just a bit of util on the ground. Playing their life is the key here. It's going to be a hit from Sway on A. Great damage.
Oh, but a right click's going to be perfect here. Vessel.
1 health.
Yeah, super low. Able to get the 1. The rotation coming in very quickly from Yacht. And already some of that backup. Marina getting the pinch, and this is nice. Design able to take out the spike and the pistol. Working out for Yacht.
Wowzer. Ghosts going to town, too. A lot of ghosts there, meaning less util for Yacht to be able to come in and take the site. So it's just personal bodies running in and clearing that space. And that as soon as that first kill from Angel came in, we said have to play their life, stay alive, and even to get a kill onto Vessel and start things off made everybody even more confident to run in. Yeah. It's not what Sway wanted to see.
I think right now for Sway, again, they came into this with low expectations. So, you know, trying to learn as much as they can. Why isn't this composition working?
Yeah, exactly. I think one of the big things is you rely on the double initiator take site, and it can do that without affecting a lot of your opponents. And they can just be left on the wing unaffected and then have a clean peek hearing you run in with the squad.
Oh, and this is brutal. Waiting with a shotgun just inside of smoke just to get right-clicked away. Does not feel good. And Aries down towards the back of sight. The TP coming in a bit too late. And Yacht Club, again, 3v3 scenario, but a little bit of health left for Spade. Still having to fight this. Refrag not coming in, and Marina's there to, again, play for the team.
A few frags coming up on Angel and Astrid. That defuse going all the way through. Marina says, no, Cosmic Divide is more important than your knives. They're vibing right now, for sure. Yacht with 2 more, what is that, 8 in a row so far. And again, off that timeout from Sway too. So you have to realize Yacht gets a timeout when Sway calls a timeout. So Yacht used that time to say, okay, this is where we might be going wrong. What are you seeing? What are you seeing? Perfect. This is how we shore it up. And then we're good to go. So
yeah,
it seems like they really were able to switch mid-game pretty fast.
Don't overthink it. That's my job. Placing sentry.
Yeah, discussion's always fixing for better or for worse, but yeah, a very aggressive play already coming out from Yacht. You see the Ares being pulled out again. I mean, listen, this is the power weapon. Ready for revival. Already slowly coming up. Ender's not aware of what's going on, but Astrid, this is where timing makes sense, but not for the team of Yacht. You've got 4 players left for that advantage from Sway.
Wait on the flashes. Nice little quick peek. I like the synergy there. Sway's trying to put a few things together in these protocols. Oh no, that's not what you want.
Yeah. Isolating your fights may be better. Seems like an aggressive push from Spade, definitely leaving this team needing a bit more than a miracle. Vessel, slow peek, a nice one. But left up to Sway, a 2v1. Jules picking up a Vandal. See, there was the win condition. This could be that big play that again leads Jules to an even better position. Slowly working up. Here comes the information. Nobody coming up around the back. Still waiting in the same position as before. And a clutch from Madeline.
Nicely played by Sway. Like, there was a win condition there, absolutely. Once that Vandal was picked up, you saw the fight tempting coming in from Jules, firing a few shots, swinging an angle. And here, Sway had really good teamwork to be able to make that happen. Protocol into the site with the flash and dash at the updraft. Maybe a little blinded for Vessel, but they got there. You can see what they're working on right now. And definitely things that are helping them gain rounds. 11-4, a big important round there to grab for bonus. But that does not cut down Yacht just yet. The buy is still there. Sway is going to try to figure out and feel out mid here to see what Yacht is trying to do on defense. A default round. And
yeah.
They're playing to not lose, but also, like you said, learn. Each one of these rounds is only going to make them realize some mistakes or what's working for them.
Yeah, I mean, they've pretty much been losing out on those first engagements. So I think here, trying to bait it out of them definitely might be the play. The biggest issue, they're not biting.
At least figuring out these little hits, these little audio cues definitely help. If you're looking for something and Yacht's leaving you with nothing, you at least know there's some Vandal coverage. They're playing more towards mid than they are towards the right side of A. And they're actually going to leave A. Looks like it'll be a rotation from Madeline down towards B. Link here. And Yacht has just held such good defense. Oh, that's a big frag.
Oh, but it's that outward aggression. The continue
30 seconds left
to keep going forward. That's one of the issues that we keep facing from Sway.
are they facing now? Cosmic Divide does come in. Remember that defuse from Marina earlier? They used that to win this round, possibly? 2 flashpoints, and there's the divide for long, so the site can be the only spot to fight.
Oh, but it still leaves some space here. Everybody's on site. Despite that, the control is big. Cosmic Divide leaving a lot. Jules is still waiting, and it's completely denied. They know at least now Nashi still having a flash is gonna peek this.
My gosh!
Yeah, Sway. They're a little bit different right now.
Cleaning these up. Ultimate use there may have went to the side, but they're securing the rounds, and that's what they need. They get Yacht down onto a low buy, perfectly fine. Taking out Jules, which has some scary gameplay coming up behind them right now. These spins, almost the spins to win right there on that flash. But Nashi and I believe Enders or Madeline there capitalized for the win. Sway calls another timeout here. Remember, double timeout. And this is going to be both of Sway's timeouts used as the teams will get to talk for a little bit here.
Yeah. I'm liking this, though. I think they've come to a realization that there is a winnable stance here. Like, this isn't just, we're coming here to learn. We're coming here to, get as far as we can. It's, you know what? We can get far. 5-11, not too far off of Yacht. They've had very, very good chances. It's just that push from Madeline, again, that really kind of led them to a slight demise there.
And they both played Otter pretty close
in
the games that they lost. Both of these teams played Otter close in those stages before they got here down to the lower side of the bracket. Looks like Yacht definitely feeling like they can play their game unhindered right now. Sway trying to figure out what that game is. How? What is Yacht doing that continues to mow them over in the sites? So far, it's actually been getting to the site and, like you said, feeling out where that first kill might be, not allowing Yacht to get it, but trading it in favor of Sway and converting to 45. they're like, wait a minute.
This isn't the Yoru. Yeah, moment of realization. Definitely making for a good comedy show, but Astrid, it's like these peaks that are so unnecessary. They peak by themselves for Yacht. Here, kind of leave themselves dry. Now one player's down, still having to fight for something. Jules just, I don't even know, no clicking it with the Marshall. Now you got 2 players who haven't even made that big rotation yet.
Oh my! Oh my!
What's this?
There's a new sheriff in town. Uh-oh. This would be so deflating.
I think they got it.
Last player.
45 health, definitely not enough. I think I cursed it as well, but it's okay. Another round win from Stray, but we're still going.
You're not being shot
That
at,
little
you're doing
extra
something
angle,
wrong.
the modified Pearl. That was old Pearl. I think that's the kill. I'm just kidding. 11-6. And this is the run that they needed. Rounds where they're actually, look at the scoreboard. Crosshair, crosshair, crosshair. 15, 16, 17. Take out every member of Yacht and destroy that economy. That is super important. They're also able to get the site and get to the spike money, too. 3 ultimates ready here for Sway. They are in a very good way at the moment, but now it's Design's up. This could be a huge factor in shutting down Sway. Luckily, they're backpedaling from B.
Hit it one too many times. I like this, though. Flash to be put through. If the peak was a bit later, it wouldn't have worked, but it does. Sway making very, very good numbers and a back off here. You've already lost your 2. That's a huge engagement from Sway.
Whoa.
What?
Whoa. That'll happen. Oh no, now Design's pushed up towards long. This is tough for an upper. You only get so much time, so much space. Oh my
Design.
gosh.
That's a bit scary. Yeah, getting full stunned out.
Concealment.
Wants that spike. Whoa, oh. Almost forced to get the spike.
30 seconds left.
Too bad you can't bunny hop out and swing around and grab it. Or just go to spawn real quick. Oh, that won't work.
Feels like they're trying to help him out a little bit, putting the smokes down in a very big line. Other smoke goes away, so unfortunately not enough coverage. So I feel like here in this moment, yeah, a save would be best.
10 seconds
All
left.
right. You can save. No. Yeah, easily save there. And design still with this operator. So B might be on lockdown now. That was quite a bit of B link play. And they may try to enter the site again like that, but I feel like we're going to get A here from Sway to try to avoid the operator. Let's see how this round went. This flash for Flash, it's like both teams have the same idea from each side, right? In a slightly different way through the agents or positioning. And then it's just who does it first. It's kind of crazy how much they're meeting on that situation and how much they're rushing or taking back hall and then defending back hall the same. They're one and the same, but not.
Now they've heard the design could have just backed off and act like nothing happened.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, but they shot it. Very aware that B side is preoccupied with something big here.
Might find one shot. This would be huge. Already going to get dogged out of this, though. Oh, a little too much jiggle on the peak, and the dog takes it. No. Fortunate for Sway, unfortunate for Design, and B site now is Sway's with the pressure on of game point for Yacht.
You say game point here as well, and the blind would have actually been perfect. Tons and tons of players still left alive. Now you got some of that information coming through with yours. Ultimate still on the work up, not understanding what's going on down below. Vessel is making big plays here with Marina now in a 1v2 situation. You got the lockdown stuck on it, and the smoke's now left above. Understanding that a spray's coming along here, and this is difficult. Got so much going on, but the Cosmic Divide definitely saving it. Knowing they're walking above and through, but maybe staying behind that wall would have been the best bet.
Pearl seems to have these overtime scenarios that creep up on you when you least expect it. And a 9-3 may give us just that. From our first half to now. Oh my God, get down. Mr. President, that was crazy. Not too often does that happen. It was like a nostril came through the wall. Got shot off there. All right, so many rounds. Yacht just needs to close for one. 5 more chances. See if they can say 4 more chances. They can do it for overtime. Towards long. Sway want to put that aggression down. A big push from Yacht towards A. So Sway is going to get a good grab on the site. If they can watch that flank, this should be a secured round.
I think if anything, they just need the Killjoy, yeah, to come down.
Okay, big one for one. The smokes are down now.
But a big flank coming along, unfortunately. Yeah, again, the Killjoy Utes. Madeline's been so big on these flanks. Nobody has been able to trespass here. So many players left alive, but a nice flash, and that's going to be a big one. Vessel, though, left behind
2 Vandals
to answer.
down.
There's still enough time. Actually, I think, yeah, they picked it up. Astrid having one, Marina having a Guardian left to use. And again, these people are aimers. They have a good understanding as what they need to do next, but the rush needs to come in. Time slowly of the essence, and right behind it goes Marina. Taking a good shot. Nasi still left alive alone. Now with the defusal coming through, they're still trying to get the stun off. The smoke's creating that coverage. Might just be game over. But down in half, it's Marina. You see Yacht, and they take the victory in.
Defenders win.
So, everyone brought knives.
What a
As I
flank.
myself
What
predicted.
control. It got really, I was about to say it's getting scary when one person was at the top of ramp with a Vandal. And you're like, wait, that Vandal's pretty split. That means 4v1, there's highly unlikely you're ever going to drop that many. So that Vandal gets traded, and then another gets traded, and oh my gosh, the eco round becomes a win, and even harder, they bring in that fact of scoring the final point right when they shouldn't, right at the end. Eat on eco round, let's bring it to the next map on that momentum. So yeah, Yacht Club is sailing quick right now.
Yeah, listen, for Yacht Club, again, that was a very, very good way to bring your name up to standards, to kind of show, you know, what you're capable of. I think overall, It was, I'm proud of both teams. They both came into this, not really feeling too confident. I wouldn't say confident, but more so kind of having these standards set so low that I feel like they kind of reached the bar today for me. Like seeing Sway come up and, kind of almost on the comeback and maybe make that complete turnaround is insane to me. There were moments where I really did see star players.
Second timeout for Sway was much better. I feel like they had more of an idea of what to do there. First timeout kind of seemed like, all right, this is the putting the op in motion. And it's like, okay. And then it seemed like second timeout was, remember, this is what we do with the op, or this is what we're actually trying to engage with the other team, since we saw second timeout a little bit later and they didn't have that. But it definitely feels like Sway started to feel their groove, and second map should be much better for them.
Yeah, the second map. I'm hoping so, because we haven't really seen much of this map. I believe Sway actually said themselves that this map is not too familiar in terms of what they know. But how are you feeling about that second map? Do you think that Sway can bring it back?
I do feel like Sway can bring it back. A lot of it, I think, relied on Vessel this time, and they looked way too timid when they were gaining A. They were way too predictable and readable in how they were defending and leaving just one there, and the Killjoy being so easily identified by Yoru, and I don't think they were ready for the Yoru. So I think they got a little messed up when they were looking every which way trying to figure out the map.
Yeah, I would be messed up as well. But hopefully we get to see a comeback. Hopefully we get to see a third map. I'm really enjoying these games so far. But for now, make sure to grab a snack. We will be right back with more Game Changers.
Red Bull gives you wings.